As some of you may know, I've had one big goal in my mind recently, and that's to qualify to the Xterra Trail World Championships this year in Wales. Well, this past weekend on June 1st, I attended my first qualifying race, a half marathon in South Dakota. So to cut the intro short, here's the recap. Alright, so it's the day before the race. Currently in the bathroom. Just got ready for the morning. About to do a long car ride. Yeah, slept well, did everything nicely. Just getting last minute things done before I have to head out. So yeah. Okay, so we're here at check-in. I've already checked in, got my cute little bag. But honestly, just kind of looking around, seeing things, gonna go to the start line, probably do my run there, or from the finish line, one of the two. It's just a point-to-point trail, so exciting, but countdown begins now. So after doing all the check-in and stuff, I ended up just doing a couple of hill sprints in the parking lot, obviously, looking fly, before I did my normal run. And I also ended up buying a new pair of shoes as well while I was there. So all in all, very, very nice. All right, finished the pre-mate race day run. Felt good, no tightness. The trail's downhill, but in a nice way that it doesn't feel like it's gonna hurt your knees, which is nice. And just had a pasta dinner. It was really nice. Hanging out with my friends. Yeah, excited for tomorrow. So if you know me, you know I cannot resist food. So at 6:30, there was the delicious pasta meal, which I had with my mom and my partner. Afterwards, we just kind of went back to the hotel. All right, so pardon the hat hair, sorry. Just got fully checked into the hotel. Everything's good. About to, shower, stretch, ice, kind of the normal stuff. The run, I think I mentioned this earlier, went well. Also, like I said, so sorry about my hat hair. I'm gonna be touching it all the time. The run went well. Overall, got a good look at the course today. Excited for tomorrow. Gonna get as much footage as I can. All in all, just looking really, sharp. Things feel good, things feel healthy, things feel fine, and I'm excited. I think some pre-race slots are kind of just, being told by the locals and everybody, the first mile is kind of uphill, be relaxed on that, and then just kind of rip it for the next part because it's all downhill till the finish at that point. And I got to run a little bit of the end today, so to find the footing, see what the course looks like condition-wise and everything, and as well as feel what it feels like to go down that downhill. And it felt really good, so all in all, excited for that. It's currently 7:40 right now, so trying to go to bed in the next hour, and if I can do that, I'm gonna be pretty happy. It's gonna be a little hard with just how much light is kind of coming in, but I should be able to close that up. So it's kind of gonna be a little bit of a mad rush. So tomorrow I'll keep y'all updated on that, and we'll get to the race. So unfortunately, I don't have many clips of the race, but here's me 5:30 a.m. and my drop-off, obviously. I got dropped off at 7. The race started at 8. There's my mom driving. She's pulling away on this dirt road. There's the start right there, as you can see me walk away into the mist. All right, so we're currently just walking to the start. Have to follow the road. It's so pretty out here. But all in all, just really excited. The warm-up is done, but to drop the bag off, do strides, stretches, jazz stuff. all in all, this place smells a lot like pine trees because we're surrounded by them and it's morning, so it's a really nice smell. Just all in all, just excited, ready to go. I'll see you at the end of the race then, I guess. So here's some of the only race clips I actually have, this and the next one that you'll see. I also have some photos interlaced, but at the very end of the race, I actually collapsed after the finish, got water dumped on me and taken to the tent. You'll see that at the very end. But yeah, for now, let's just enjoy some music. All right, it's post-race. We're on the cool down walk because my body is not able to function right now. Overall, indifferent as of this moment. The goal was to try and qualify for the Xterra World Series. I don't think I did that, unfortunately. It depends on what this person says to me after everything, just due to my placement. I got 7th, but in my age group, if I get bumped up, which I might be able to, I would have gotten 2nd. Otherwise, I would have gotten 3rd, which doesn't qualify me. So it's kind of gray zone right now. We're in the unknown, but bittersweet. We did get technically a half marathon PR. I don't really want to count it just because it's such a downhill course. I mean, yes, it's at elevation, but still heavily downhill, 117.50. So overall, not going to be unhappy with the result. I feel like the preparation going into today, as well as the actual day and the race, there's a lot I could have improved on, but I did learn a lot from previous races and implemented those successfully, so I'm happy with that. I think I just need to keep being consistent at this point. All right, so it's post-race thought time. Obviously, it's not immediately post-race. I took a shower, kind of tried to resettle myself, obviously. Just trying to feel a little bit better because I feel like trash right now. The cooldown didn't happen just because when I tried to, I just couldn't walk. And after everything, I learned I did get 3rd in my age group, which got me a little, I think they're called beer koozies. And I got this mug. Ooh, award winner. Wow. But I guess immediate post-race thoughts are just kind of, the trail was a beautiful trail, wonderful. It's all downhill basically besides the first half mile and this one little section. There's like a half mile section in the middle at like mile 5 or 6. But besides that, it's all downhill. And at about mile 3, my hip kind of popped a little bit. And so I kind of struggled the rest of the couple miles in to refine my rhythm again. But eventually I found it, felt fine. By mile 8 or 9, it had climbed up to about 80 degrees, which by the end took its toll pretty hard on everybody. I don't know if there's a picture of it, but I ended up actually finishing and wobbling around before I fell to the ground, and they had to like throw water all over me as I was laying on the blacktop because I could not move. But overall, again, just mixed emotions. The farther I get from the race, the more happy I am with it. I really wanted to make that World Series things. I'm having to email some people because I'm in a weird situation with age grouping, where I might be able to make it, I might not. I'll keep you updated. But even with that, I did wish I'd gotten faster. I wish I'd placed a little bit better. On top of which, though, I still placed 7th out of what was supposed to be about 2,000 runners starting. People are still finishing as this is being recorded, so I don't have the exact number at the moment. So with all that in mind, I think I did really good at the aid stations, made sure I used them, but I definitely I'm learning a lot more and more, which is exactly why I'm doing these races. So I'm happy with that. The first 3 miles, like I said, they went great. They felt good. I felt like maybe I went out a little hard, but it was so downhill, it was kind of hard to tell. And then the hip issue kind of started rising, and then by mile, through the end of 3, through 4, 5, and 6, that last part of 6 is the uphill, and it just kind of, my body just stopped wanting to function. And we had a hard downhill, which almost like popped my hip back into place, so it felt fine again. But then by mile 8, the heat was starting to come out, starting to get to me. I was really trying to push. I was, for a lot of that race, in no man's land, which is not where you want to be. But coming into the final mile, I will happily say I gave it my all. I gave it my best. I think I could have done better by being smarter, but I'm not going to be pulling away thinking I could have done better by giving more effort, because I gave everything I had, and so for that, I'm very happy. Yeah, that course, though, it's so downhill that it hurts, actually, at multiple points. And on top of that, with the heat and a little bit of wind, too. So it was just, with all factors, happy and proud of what I did. Know I could have done better if I was smarter. I think going into the pre-race prep, as well as the race day prep, could have made a couple adjustments to hydration specifically, just because I felt like I was running out of hydration towards the midpoint of that race because of how hot it was getting. As well as my training this past couple weeks, it's been a little iffy, just due to illness, injury-ish, and it's just kind of been taking a little bit of a backseat to just a lot of other things. So, like I said, with circumstantial, I'm very happy, but I also know I probably could have done better if certain things, both day of and the weeks before, had just been tweaked a little bit. But that definitely does get me excited for a couple weeks from now, where my next race is. So those are the immediate post-race thoughts. I'll probably do another one with some more pictures and stuff in a minute. Well, not in a minute, like it'll be a couple days for me, but yeah. All right, so it's been a couple of days now. And so it's Tuesday, the race was just 2 days ago, and I wanted to go over a couple quick things I didn't mention. So firstly is, you hear me say briefly if I made it or not. I don't know. Still, I do not know. Actually, I'm checking my email right now to see if maybe something came through in the last 10 minutes, because I am addicted to figuring this out. No, it didn't come through, but that's okay. It looks like there's a high chance that I'm gonna make it through. Let's hope. I'll keep everybody updated with that one. Secondly, one thing I didn't say, everything about that course was amazing and horrible at the same time. Really beautiful, came with really hot. Really nice to run on, came with really painful quads the next day. Yeah, my quads still hurt, and I'm not running for 2 days because I cannot walk on them very well. I look like a baby chicken. It's great. We love it. But long story short, I think honestly that was probably one of the most fun races, and I learned a lot about myself in running. This guy, he's going up on the wall, and I'm actually moving soon, so he's not going to go up on a wall right now. But when I get back to my new home, I'm actually going to be creating a little wall of all my bibs to show off how amazing I am. That sounded so bad. Okay. But no, long story short, I'm actually really proud. Like I said earlier, the farther away I get from the race, the more happy I am with it. And it's just, honestly, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. Sorry. It's just one of those things where I'm just really happy with how it turned out. I love you. I honestly couldn't do that without my mom and my partner, who thank them for all the video footage that there was. Get out of here. With all the video footage that there was, because without that I couldn't have made this video, basically. But that day we also ended up going to Mount Rushmore. It was my first time. I loved it so much. I'm not going to talk about that too much because it's not super important right now. But yeah, I just want to say that because, you know, that went off the bucket list. But yeah, long story short, I'm just really happy. I'm just really happy and proud of what I was able to accomplish. And it just is driving me to want to keep going. And now I got another race in just over 2 weeks. So, I'll see you for the next run.